Today we're out in the garden for some smart tech, so robotic mowers. Thinking of buying a Worx Landroid or other robotic mower? Don't know the difference between a Worx Landroid S300, an M500 or an L1000 for example? Then I'll tell you in this video the differences. I'll try to explain for you which Worx Landroid is for you and also some tips when it comes to installing them. Hi, welcome to my channel, Rich Man Poor Tech. For new viewers, this is a technology focused channel and today's focus is on robotic lawnmowers. And I don't think there's anything more smart tech than your own personal robot. Now, grass benefits from being cut regularly. This also helps with weed control. And in today's busy lifestyle, I sometimes don't have time to be consistent with my lawn cutting. Either it rains when I'm off, or I have to do other household tasks, or videos like this one. In fact, I could be mowing while I'm doing this video. I probably will actually be mowing while I'm editing it. The Worx Landroid is Europe's best-selling robotic lawnmower. And when you go into it, it's easy to see why, with its ability and tech to price ratio, taking smart home technology from inside your house to outside your house. But there's lots of models to choose, and I'll try and make it a little bit simpler for you and help you choose the one that suits you. Now, I've been wanting one of these for years, ever since I first saw one being demonstrated. They work by having a wire placed around the garden boundary, and the mower then moves across the grass within that boundary, cutting a small amount of the grass off the top of the grass. This then decomposes over time, which also helps fertilise your grass. There's no grass collection, there's no greens to be put out full of grass cuttings. Okay, you may still have to put out your green bin with other garden waste, but there's no grass cuttings. They cut your grass multiple times a week and keep your lawn in tip-top condition. The Worx Landroid has advantages here over some other robotic mowers, and their artificial intelligence means that they can cut your lawn in less time than some other brands. So first off, model numbers. What do they mean? Is an M better than an S? Is the L the latest version? Well, no. S stands for small, suitable for small gardens. It has the smallest body. M stands for medium gardens and has a medium body. And L stands for large, suitable for larger lawns. And yes, you guessed it, also has a larger body than this one I have here. Now that was easy, wasn't it? Next comes the number. And it's how many square meters the mower has been designed for. So an S300, the 300 means 300 square meters. An M500, 500 square meters. An M700, 700 square meters. An M or an L1000 is 1000 square meters. An L1500, 1500 square meters. And new for 2021 and just launched, they're now available in the Plus models as well. So that's as well as the standard models. So here to demonstrate, I have a Worx M500 Plus. The Plus has a few extras over the standard, and I'll tell you a bit more about that in a bit. Now, these mowers also have another number that begins WR. So that's Landroid M500 Plus is also called a WR165E, and the standard version of an M500 is called a WR141E. The WR number changes as the models change from year to year, or when Worx updates them. So for example, the 29 model to the 2021 model. They're all still called M500 for instance, but when Worx updates the mower, then it's the WR model that actually changes. I'll be giving installation tips and installing the wire and demonstrating this mower later in this video and giving a review at the end. So a shameless plug for you to subscribe for free and click one of those like buttons, or twice if you dislike the dislike buttons, so that YouTube likes this video, and also click on the bell for upcoming notifications. So back to the mowers. Now I have a lawn where an S300 would have been more suitable. When I purchased this mower, the S version didn't come with a cut to the edge version. And to my knowledge, all other robotic on the markets, it's only the Worx that offers this cut to the edge option. But this is only available from the M500 up, so I decided to purchase an M500 for that feature instead of an S300, so that I didn't need to trim the edge as often. Now, since I purchased this, I've seen spy shots showing an S300 with cut-to-edge technology, and if it becomes available, I'll put a link down below in the description, and I'll also put a link to all these other models as well. But what's the difference between the Plus, also known as the version 2.0, and the standard model? The Plus model has the latest connectivity and now connects to Wi-Fi and also Bluetooth. The main difference for me though, and why I bought the Plus version, is as a new blade disc design helped to deal with a few bumpy patches. Landroid's new self-leveling cutting deck automatically adjusts the blade heights to match the natural unevenness found in most lawns. Not only does that prevent the blade from scalping your turf, but it also prevents the blade from hitting fallen branches, etc. Both models are okay to be left out in the rain, but the Plus model also now has an IPX5 rating, waterproof housing, which makes it easy to be cleaned over the standard models. You can now clean the Plus version of the Landroids with a garden hose when it gets dirty, not a pressure washer, so dirt, grass and debris can be quickly removed. And you can also purchase add-ons like an ACS, which is the anti-collision system. Now, I've purchased this over a month ago, but unfortunately it was damaged and lost in transport. So when I get the replacement, then I'll show you this on a new upcoming video. You can also purchase off-limit fence, and there's now a version 2 of this, which allows to isolate parts of the garden, but there are other ways to do this, and I'll also show you this in the video. And you can also get a radio link for your Wi-Fi. Now, I didn't need this, and I also have a tip for better Wi-Fi, and I'll demonstrate this as well also later in the video. And you can also buy Find My Landroid, which is an optimal theft protection. So, on to demonstrating this. So, what is new in the Plus model is one of these is this floating deck. Now, I've already disconnected the battery for safety reasons. So, this new floating deck allows it to go up and down as it goes over the bumps. So, you've got a skid there that sort of slides through the grass, and it keeps the cutting disc between the wheels at a certain height. So if you go over a bump, it will go up. If you go over a bit of a trough, it will allow it to go before the wheels catch up. So also on the bottom, I thought I'd just show, this is where you can put in some of your additions. So you've got a voice control there, you've got your Find My Landroid there. So that's where those bits go. And on the top here, this is where I will install the ACS, the anti-collision system. So on the top of the machine, you've got the charging points. So I'll show you that in a minute. You've got a dial which allows you to raise or lower your cutting deck height. An LCD panel with a knob to select things. A big stop button in case anyone needs to stop it in a panic. Also has a rain sensor on this side, so I'll just lift. So just has a rain sensor on this side. I'll show you that in a minute. And your battery is same as like the power tools. You can swap it between different power tools if you needed to. So the battery just slots in as such, and then this locks down in place. So on here, again, there's the rain sensor that I just mentioned. Big stop button. Got your power button to turn on. Now when you get the device in the first place, you set a pin. So it's saying wire's missing at the moment. So I'm just going to go and plug this onto the charging base and turn on the electric. So just a quick look at the charging base. It allows the grass to sort of grow up between it. So over a period of time it will be quite actual hidden. And as you can see, the wire that it follows is that one on the way out, and on the return it comes in on this wire, and both those get connected just inside this box in a couple of push button push connectors. So as you can see, it's beeping because I've just picked it up. On my app, I don't know if it's showing up. You've got a couple of different modes. You can start it manually or just set it up with the timer, but I'm just going to start it off with the routine. Holly, out of the way. So, and this is it starting the edge routine. So it cuts your edge. Now, as you can see here, you've got the wire just on top of the ground. The grass cutters will actually bury this over a period of time, but when it comes to the edge, this is the boundary. So it cuts over this, and you get some templates in the box to show you how far to place it. So if you want to cut right up to the edge of here, this is only in temporary for me because I'm actually just got to do a few bits in my garden first. So you have a temporary line there, and so as you can see, I've just got it avoiding an object. Now, if you want to avoid an object in the middle of your garden, just wait for this to get out of the way. What you do is you take the wires in two close together like this, and the signal cancels out on the outgoing wire to the incoming wire. Two wires on your boundary can go into your garden like together, and then when you get to the object you split them and go around that circle like a plant pot or something. So instead of using the obstacle avoidance thing that you got, both wires will cancel out to each other wire. You take that up to say your tree or your plant pot or whatever, and then you go around in a circle and you come back. As long as these two wires are close together, it doesn't see them, it sort of goes straight over. Once you get to the bit where they're spread round, it then picks up the signal on that and it avoids going around that device. So I don't know if you can hear how quiet it is. Now I've only got this in temporary, but also as you've got here, this is the bit that's mowing, this is the bit that's not mowing. As you go around with your cable, if you take some off in two lines like this every so often and put a stake in, this then allows you, if you want to change your boundary wire to go around something a bit later on, then you've got excess wire that you haven't cut here, and then this will allow you to sort of extend or change the path without having to do the whole wires. Now this is just going, after it's done the edge, this goes on to doing the mowing the rest of it. So now it does sort of random patterns, goes up to the boundary wire, and then goes off cutting the rest of the lawn. So it does this until the battery is nearly depleted, and then it finds its way back to the charging base. And back into the charger. So after using it, it's easy to see why the Worx Landroid is the best-selling robotic mower in Europe. It's not the cheapest, but it has a competitive price, and extras can be purchased if you want to build up the spec. So you're not actually paying for the spec that you don't actually want. It feels like it's a good build quality, only time will tell, and it's quick to set up and to mow and use, and the app also is well designed. It's really intuitive and easy to use, giving you a clear state of how your mower has performed. With features like cut to the edge and ACS as an option, I felt this was the best mower I could purchase, and I've not been disappointed. I will be reviewing on how it's coped with my garden throughout the year, and also will install an ACS, so please subscribe for upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.